Well, good morning, Michael. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the platform that ADI does allow us as a vendor to, reach out and speak to everybody. But first and foremost, I do want to welcome everybody and thank everybody for your time in attending this webinar and to learn about the importance of power protection for security application. Again, it's a special thank you to ADI for providing Minuteman Power Technologies the platform to present this webinar. As Michael said, my name is Daniel Barrera, and I am the Director of Marketing for Minuteman Power Technologies. During this webinar, you are going to learn about the critical role power protection plays in security. And hopefully by the end of the presentation, you should have a better understanding on how to utilize power protection products to ensure a fail-safe protection for all mission-critical security systems and the devices attached to it. As I mentioned, we are going to be learning about the power protection for security applications, which will include the different types of power problems that exist and cause disruption with business continuity, the types of power protection that can prevent and protect your devices, how to properly select the right UPS for your backup power needs, and then finally, some key resources that are available to help you learn more about power protection. So the next two slides, we are going to cover the many types of disruptions that can occur through utility power. Before you can understand how to pick the right backup power solution or power protection, I think it is important to kind of go through the types of disruptions that utility power can cause and occur on a daily basis. As most of you know, while a clean, nominal voltage power signal always would be ideal, the reality is that all equipment must face power problems from time to time. The different types of problems that can occur are each caused by different factors, and each can lead to a very specific set of consequences. As you can see in the first one, the blackouts are probably the best known power problems due to the complete loss of power. You know when a blackout occurs, everything shuts down and it's an uh-oh moment. A lot of the causes for blackouts can be caused due to power lines, downed power lines, faulty circuit breakers, utility provider failures, amongst other factors. The potential damage includes data loss, hardware damage due to sudden loss of power, and equipment overheating due to the loss of power to cooling mechanisms. The second set of power problems that you'll see there are sags and surges, which are short duration changes in voltage, either up or down. And I encourage you guys to look at the graphs too as well. You kind of see, going back to the blackout, how a normal wave is normally caused or looks like when a blackout occurs. And then in this instance, with the sags and the surges, usually it's an over voltage or an under voltage during these changes in voltage. These can be caused by the startup of a high load equipment, by utility provider issues, and another range of other factors. The potential damage includes data errors, overheating, and premature failure. The next power problem that I'll discuss is an over-under voltage, which is more commonly known as a brownout. These are longer durations which increase or decrease in voltage and are defined as a variation that is 20% or more from a normal wave or normal power event. The potential damage, like sags and surges, includes, again, data corruption or loss, hardware damage, and again, overheating. Continuing with the problems with some of the power problems that exist out there is spikes and transients. This is defined when a sharp increase in voltage can be as high as 600 volts. It's a sudden increase of electrical energy that comes in. And these can be caused typically by a lightning thunderstorm, as well as errors with fluorescent lighting, air conditioners, Copiers, primarily the bigger office style type of copiers, and any other large load equipment. Industrial buildings tend to have, machinery that can pull in a lot of power, which can create these spikes and transients. Some of the potential damages as well can include data corruption or loss and catastrophic hardware damage. This is the type of power problem that you have probably seen when you have something connected and all of a sudden you see smoke come out. That is when a spike or a severe transient, power failure comes through. It can severely and more than likely kill any attached device to utility power, whatever is utilizing utility power. The last known form of power problems is line noise, which is a high-frequency interference in the utility power signal. I think the audio-visual industry probably is very familiar with this. And this can also be caused by transformers, faulty light fixtures, electrical appliances, both small and major, amongst other factors. The potential damage here also includes data corruption, lockups, minor to severe hardware damage, and shortened equipment lifespans. So here's a visual of how some of those power problems break out. This provides you a breakdown of the commonality of each power problem that can exist. While many types of power problems do exist, most of the ongoing problems that equipment face are sags and brownouts. These dips in voltage make up to 88% of total power problems, while spikes, blackouts, and surges combined make up the remaining 12%. That's probably the more common power problems that everybody's really used to. But really, primarily, the types of power problems that cause the majority of connected device problems, whether it's complete device failure or eventually a shortened life of your device, is going to be the sags and brownouts. So it's obvious when you see this graph, this pie graph, that power failure is a problem, and it's related to poor power quality, which then could potentially lead to an expensive disruption to operations. I don't know if many of you knew this, but currently, on a yearly basis, power-related losses in the U.S. have been estimated to exceed around $188 billion. That's with a B. So why is power problem a problem? There you go. When a lot of organizations are having to replace very mission-critical devices, important devices that are supposed to function on a day-to-day basis, whether it's on a networking standpoint, security, protecting both physical assets and human capital. It's important to understand that although we are aware of the power problems, that the U.S. still sees an exorbitant amount of power issues, and not only that, but are attached to a very heavy price tag when those power issues do happen. So, by addressing the potential common problems with power, it becomes clear the critical role power plays in day-to-day life. Everybody needs to understand that lost power is endemic to a disaster. Natural disasters and man-made disasters are inevitable. The reality is that natural disasters are common and can create disastrous power issues. Man-made disasters are also common and can cause major business continuity issues for surrounding organizations. At the end of the day, you can't really predict what a natural disaster and or a man-made disaster can cause. But if you understand the critical role of power, you can prevent these types of disasters. So clearly, a lack of power can exacerbate problems, which can lead to loss of critical communications, which includes networks going down, access control systems locking up, emergency communication systems going offline, etc. Security can be compromised. That includes cameras and recording devices. Simply put, without power, there's no security. IT systems can be damaged. As you probably heard me mention already, you have corrupted files that can be caused because of power damage, databases that are lost, server shutdowns, or complete crashes of servers. And the last time I checked, that going down doesn't put anybody in a very good mood. So again, another reason why the role of power is critical. And then finally, the disruption of power can happen without a disaster. I know a lot of people think that the power delivery is good for the most part, but the reality is it's far from perfect. Power disruption often happens when you least expect it. The loss of power is due to lack of power protection, which can be a disaster in itself. So if you're not prepared for potential power issues, you then in turn are creating your own disaster. So with the presence of all the previously mentioned types of power problems in today's utility power grid means that vital equipment must be protected. Here you're going to see that there's two types of power protection. The most commonly known surge protection, which is your typical surge protectors that you can find in any big box retailer. And then uninterruptible power supplies, which is also known as UPSs or battery backup systems. There's three kinds that I'll go over: the standby UPS, the line interactive UPS, and the online UPS. But before we go into the types of backup power protection, I do want to go over briefly surge protection and the value that surge protection does offer. It is the most inexpensive way to protect any equipment, but must only be used on devices that will not be required during a power outage, primarily non-critical devices. Surge protection is primarily used in low-end, non-critical audiovisual environments, such as home entertainment applications, as well as protecting common household or workstation devices. Simply put, if you can afford to lose that particular device and it's not mission critical, then surge protection will do the job. At the very least, it will protect you from surge and spikes, which do occur on a daily basis. So, what does a UPS do for the equipment that's attached to? Simply put, it provides backup power during complete outages. But more importantly, it will clean and condition the incoming utility power. That way it ensures a quality power signal to the devices. It protects the attached equipment from catastrophic damage, such as surges, premature failures, from prolonged exposures, to low quality power. UPSs should be required for any device that should be present in a power outage, which realistically encompasses most, if not all, of any security device or networking system. This is especially true if the location has known power issues, utilizes backup generators that must be started up, and when a safe shutdown of attached networking devices is required during an outage. As I mentioned, there are three major types of UPSs. These UPSs can really be looked as a good, better, best arrangement. Standby UPSs, which is the first category that you see there, represents the good solution. Line interactive UPSs being the better solution, and true online UPSs being the best solution available for power protection. So the first type of UPS I'm going to go over is going to be the standby or the good solution. This system is utilized to protect security components, most security components. The strength here lies in their simple hardware, which allows them to provide full-time spike protection and backup power for blackouts while maintaining a low purchase cost. This is typically achieved by using an inverter which switches to battery power anytime an anomaly is detected. Most applications for this particular UPS is utilized in systems that include small to medium loads, ranging anywhere from 350 VA to 900 VA. Most often, these systems are used for PCs and workstations, small recording devices and camera systems, and as a supplement to the built-in battery within intrusion systems. This is a cost-effective solution that's available for you and your customers, and it is a starting point. Now we move on to what we categorize as the better level or solution, which is the line interactive UPS. These systems do use a more sophisticated automatic voltage regulation, which regulates and conditions incoming utility power and utilizes the battery only in blackout situations. This allows for larger capacities, longer run times, a longer battery lifespan, and does make them better suited for larger equipment or sensitive devices. Applications typically include medium to large loads, ranging anywhere from 550 VA up to 3,000 VA. This includes a wide area camera and recording system, a larger access control system, network servers, and larger telecommunications systems, amongst others. But again, this is a step above the standby solution that you saw prior, primarily because you will see a transformer and a battery that does utilize to go into a blackout. In the diagram that you see here, you do see a clean sine wave. It is a simulated sine wave for the most part, with the exception of one line, which is the higher end line interactive that can be issued where you can have a true sine wave even on a battery mode. But primarily with any of the devices that are a little more sensitive to power anomalies, this is the better option from the standby unit that you saw prior. Next, we're going to look at the online UPSs, which do represent the best or the highest technology, providing the utmost power quality for mission-critical devices. This allows for continuous power to be supplied by the way of converting incoming power from AC voltage to DC voltage, then passing it through the batteries before converting back to AC and output to attached equipment. This ensures complete power conditioning and zero transfer time to battery when an outage occurs. These units are available in both a low-end single-phase and our higher-end single-phase units. Applications for these online UPSs do include medium to high density loads, ranging anywhere from 1 kVA to 20 kVA. These units are suited for enterprise-wide network systems, larger security systems, data centers, and industrial equipment. In addition, fire alarms and emergency communication systems are often required, both by local or state regulations, to feature some sort of backup power and offer extended runtime solutions. The prior solution that I spoke to you, the line interactive, does feature a line where you can do extended runtime, but all of our online UPSs, with the exception of one line, which is the Encompass line, offers an extended runtime solution. So there's a lot of applications that require 30 minutes or above for extended runtime. So this is going to be one of the best solutions to be able to achieve that extended runtime requirement. But more importantly, there is no switch over time. Unlike the other solutions that you see, there's no transfer time, whether it's on standby or during battery. The online UPS is always online, and it's always conditioning power. So you will have a true sine wave from input to output. Some of the accessories, in addition to the UPSs, can complete your solution and are available, which maximize your backup power protection needs. Whether it's a receptacle availability, a standard power distribution unit, or more commonly known as PDU, can be a great addition to maximize and protect your connected devices. PDUs are available from 15 amp to 30 amp, both in 120 volt and 208 volt. If you need a more robust PDU, then the IP addressable PDU is available for remote management needs. Whether 120 volt or 208 volt, these IP addressable PDUs do allow port management and accessibility, allowing for easy management to power cycle or perform safe shutdowns and reboots, even if there isn't someone physically on site. The beauty of the IP addressable PDUs is obviously through an IP address, you can simply access it through your cell phone and be able to do proper shutdowns of power cycles, as mentioned, with these IP addressable PDUs. In addition to the IP addressable PDUs, remote power monitoring and management solutions are available through other various methods. Starting from the standard free downloadable software that is available for all UPSs with the exception of one, select standby unit, which is our 350 VA unit. This software can be downloaded from our website for free and can be accessed through a USB connection, so you can monitor and manage your UPS and the connected devices to the UPS. If you're looking for a more true remote management availability or capability, the Simple Network Management Protocol, or more commonly known as the SNMP, is available, and it's a network card that can be installed with all rack mount UPSs. This does allow true remote power monitoring and management of your UPSs and connected devices. In conjunction to the SNMP cards, you can add environmental monitoring capabilities or management, which does support temperature and humidity, along with other monitoring environmental statuses such as smoke, fire, water, and security alarms. So some of the key questions in order to properly select a UPS do need to be answered. And there's 5 primary questions that you do need to get accustomed to asking or should ask before selecting the right UPS. The first being, what is the equipment to be backed up? This helps to determine how vital it is to the company operations. By nature, when we look at something, if it has a plug, we think that we need to plug it into everything or protect it. But the reality is the purpose of a UPS or power protection is really to look at what is mission critical to you and your organization and to be able to protect those first. There are some other options, like I said, surge protection, which is a more inexpensive option, or some of the lower end, like the standby units, that can help out with other devices. But understanding the equipment that needs to be backed up will help you determine to select the right UPS, but also to be able to handle some of the cost that comes with doing backup power protection. Second, what are the power requirements? The UPS size will be determined by the answer to this question. Understanding the total power load of what you're trying to protect will help you select the right UPS and get you to the right extended runtime and or additional accessories needed in order to protect that application. What mounting format is needed? Believe it or not, sometimes people do overlook this particular question. Maybe they don't need a rack tower. Maybe they just need a simple tower unit. Maybe they don't have availability in their current rack situation. So understanding what mounting format you need is necessary. But all UPSs are available in a multitude of configurations, which will prevent any sort of installation issues. Understanding the format will help you pick the right UPS. What's the total backup time required? This will be determined either by the user or by local regulations in the case of vital systems, such as fire alarms and emergency communications. At the end of the day, understanding the need versus the want is important. I think sometimes people can get a little bit of a sticker shock when they ask for 24-hour runtimes, when in reality they really only need 4, 6. But when you understand the application, you'll understand the total backup time that's required. But more importantly, understanding the total backup time needed will help you select, again, the right UPS. Last but certainly not least, the input-output wiring configuration. Like a mounting format, UPSs are available in a variety of wiring configuration. Asking this up front can eliminate problems down the road. I think that this is probably one of the important questions to ask, because more often than not, we've seen it in the field when they've received a UPS solution and realize that they don't have the right input plug. Understanding the input and output wiring at the facility, at a data center, in a closet, in a security closet, an IT closet, whatever the application or the environment will be, is crucial and key. The last thing we want to do is send them the wrong solution and then having to go back and forth to get the right solution. We want to get it right the first time. So I think it is very important to understand the wiring configuration to the application. So what are some of the resources that Minuteman Power Technologies offer? We make sure to offer the best to identify, size, and pick the right backup power solution for any application. And it starts with our Minuteman Power website, which has recently been updated as of April 2020, which now allows an easily identifiable solution base, whether it's through a UPS, surge protection, or power distribution and management. Additionally, if you're not familiar with backup power products, we do provide all customers the option to explore backup power and power protection solutions based on the industry, whether it's IT, gaming and casino, security, and distributed antenna systems, or more commonly known as DAS. These are the primary industries that Minuteman Power Technologies are the strongest in, but it's not limited to. We do other environments as well. IT really encompasses the SLED business, which is state, local, and education, federal business, higher education, amongst other environments. Gaming, we've seen esports leagues grow in the United States and in other countries, and now have high power demands. I know that a lot of security applications are done in facilities like that, in tournaments that are held on there. So having the right power protection to back up and protect the security end of it is crucial. Casinos obviously use a lot of security applications. So with security applications are going to come some high power demands and high power needs. So we can help out with that. Obviously security is pretty self-explanatory, anything from a camera system to access control and anything in between. And then the DAS system, we're seeing more and more of that market grow with the need of amplification and services on a digital standpoint. It's clear that a DAS system is necessary, and the power and backup power to protect those systems are becoming bigger and more frequent and needed. If you do have more questions, please visit the Minuteman Power website, and you can go to our contact tab, fill out that form, and somebody from Minuteman Power Technologies will be able to help you and assist you, or you can contact any one of your ADI representatives and they can help you with anything that you need as far as backup power needs go. The next resource that we have available, and I think it's probably one of the most important tools that you can have at your disposal, is sizemyups.com. It's easy to use, and it offers a way to size and identify the right solution for any of your application needs. This can be done simply with just having the power load, whether it's in watts, volt amps, or amps. You plug that power load in, hit the results button, and you'll get an array of solutions from SizeMyUPS, ranging anywhere from the standby UPSs, like I spoke to the more robust online UPSs. This does include the estimated run times based on the rated power load you entered. If you like to get more specific Size My UPS does allow you to narrow your search by UPS type. So if you're familiar with the standby, line interactive, or online UPSs already, then you can narrow your search down by the type of UPS that you need. Now, if you're familiar with Minuteman Power products, you can narrow your search by product line. This does help a lot of people out to get to the product line that they're comfortable using and already know and their customers love, and it can give you the precise solution and the extended runtime with that solution. And you can pass that along to your customer and get their solution and their application taken care of. But if you would like to learn more about our sizing tool, you can contact anybody from ADI or Minuteman Power Technologies, and we will be happy to assist. Additionally, we offer a library of helpful product videos, which is located in our Power Learning Training Program. Our product video lines include anything from understanding the topologies of the UPS industries, such as the standby units, the line interactive, and the online, with a wide variety of informational videos to help you understand the value of each product, but more importantly, the value that the product will provide for your customer. I encourage everybody to check out the Power Learning Training Program. There is a 12-minute video, if you guys have the patience to go through the video, that breaks down each topology and gives you a better understanding of why you would move from a standby to a line interactive to an online unit. In addition, we provide product-specific videos that are less than 3 minutes each. It's a complete breakdown of each product line with its value set or with its value feature sets, and how each product line can assist you with the application. The next resource that we have available is our demo program, available to all customers, all ADI customers. And this allows you to evaluate or demo any of the UPS products that I just mentioned through Minuteman Power. This is a great way if you're not familiar with Minuteman and you want to understand what our product can do, and particularly in what application or for your customer. Please get with an ADI representative and we can help you get set up with this demo program. Next, for those who work on commercial projects or large opportunities, Minuteman Power and ADI provide you with a great project registration program, which can help you maximize and win these deals. For more information, again, I'd encourage you to contact local ADI representatives. They'll be more than happy to help you out and register your project with ADI. And then if there's anything else that we need to work on as far as sizing and understanding the application, then we will partner with our ADI sales team and help you get the right solution and get the project registered. Lastly, we do offer downloadable manuals and CSI documents through our AME Resource Center. This is especially helpful if you're specifying a project or if you simply need a manual. It's available to assist with any installation during the field. More often than not, I know that manuals do come in with a lot of our products, but human nature is you just take it out and you might dispose of it, but that's okay. We have them readily available and downloadable at any time for you. Or if you need any further technical help or technical support, you're more than welcome to reach out our technical support team, and they can definitely assist you with any technical setup or issues you may have with the backup power product. You can get a hold of our technical support through the contact form, like I said earlier, on there, or by simply contacting one of your local ADI representatives, and they will make sure that you are taken care of. And just quickly, I just wanted to present everybody a map breakout of our internal sales team over here. It is broken up by 4 territories covering both US and Canada. We do have an international regional manager, sales executive that handles the Latin America and Caribbean. Her name is Grisel de la Espinella. In the south, we have Mr. Eric Vela, who can assist you, as you can see, covering from Texas over to Florida, the Carolinas. We have our northeast sales exec, Mr. Ron Wittenberg. As you can see in green, he covers from Quebec down to Virginia. So for those in the Northeast that need any help or have any questions, please reach out to Mr. Wittenberg. In the Midwest, we do have Greg Smith, who goes from the Dakotas down to Kansas over to the Ohio region up to Ontario and Canada. If you need any help there, please reach out to Mr. Smith. And last but certainly not least, Mr. John Bickley, who covers the West, Manitoba over to British Columbia on the Canadian side, New Mexico up to Montana over to the Washington, California border out there. He'll be more than happy to assist you on the Western region. You'll have this information available to you, so don't feel the need to have to copy this down. If you want to snip it, then by all means snip it. I'll leave it here up for a couple more seconds. And then for any pricing and availability or any inside sales help, we do have Mr. Angel Rodriguez. He is our customer support specialist, and he is more than welcome and more than happy to help you with any of your inside sales needs. In addition to our internal sales regional managers, we do have a fantastic manufacturer representative team that helps the Minuteman Power brand go out there and help you, more importantly, locally, where you are. They are a team that's rarely available to help you. As you see, there's a breakout of our manufacturer representatives currently that help out in the security channel. Again, these contacts will be available at a later time. So just if you want to snip it, like I said, you can. You're more than welcome to. But just wanted to make sure that you guys know that there is a team out there fully capable to help you on site. So if you do have any questions, if you're looking for more training, on-site training, when we're able to get back on site to do training on there, they are more than capable to do so. They can help you with your UPS solution as well. Please utilize this team. They're a great team. A lot of these manufacturer representative firms have been with Minuteman at least 5 years or more. So they're very familiar with the product line. They're very familiar with, more importantly, how to protect your application and find you the right backup power solution for your customer. So before we get to the Q&A portion, I am going to hand it over to Mr. Larry Borghese.
Great, thanks, Daniel. And thanks, Mike, for the opportunity. Can you see my screen?
We can see it, and you can be heard as well.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So my name is Larry Borghese. I'm responsible for Global Learning and Development at ADI, and I just wanted to share with you the introduction of our new ADI Academy, which is our customer on-demand training portal. It was something that we recently launched earlier about a month ago. And so as part of that introductory program, we're offering a free 60-day trial to try some of the courses that are available. So as far as this is on-demand training, so it's courses that's e-learning available anywhere, anytime. And so you can take it at whatever time frame that works for you. We've got courses in access control, IP video, networking, and you can see here, this is just some of the product categories that we cover, and we are continuing to add more. As a matter of fact, in a few more days, we'll probably be doubling the number of courses that are available here. So off of the site, there is a 60-day trial. If you go to that particular link, it'll identify the 3 bundles that you can get a 60-day free trial for. There's our access control specialist, IP networking bundle, and IP video. Each of these include anywhere from 5 to 9 courses in each of the bundles that cover that particular topic. So you just select this, put it into your cart. You'll see that there's $0 cost for the 60-day trial. In addition to that, majority of our courses are accredited with various states and other industry organizations so that you can get continuing education units for those particular courses as well. To log into ADI Academy, you will need to register. It is a different login than our ADI website. And so when you get to the ADI Academy website, which is available off of our you could go directly there by going to ADIGlobalAcademy.com, as shown up in the top, or you can click, and then once you get there, go to ADI Academy registration and just complete the necessary information. Identify if you're a customer, and if you provide your account number, that'll certainly make it much more easier to align with your other records. We will eventually integrate this with our ADI website, so that'll be a single sign-in login, but for the time being, you will need to register separately. In addition to that, you can then subscribe for an annual subscription. That gives you, for a $250 fee, gives you 12 months access to all of the courses that are available in the ADI Academy library. All right, with that, I will turn it back over to Daniel and Mike for any questions that they have on the current presentation.
Daniel, how about I'll read you the questions, you can answer them? How does that sound?
That sounds perfect, sir.
Okay. What is the typical lifespan of all surge protectors?
Typical lifespan of all surge protectors. Well, it depends on the environment, obviously. All environments are not created equal. Generally speaking, it's at least in common practice that you should check your surge protectors every quarter just to make sure that they are functioning correctly. Most commercial grade type of surge protectors, which is what ADI offers with the Minuteman brand, typically can last up to a year with no problems. Again, depending on the environment. There's no guarantees on that. But generally speaking, the beauty of most surge protectors that ADI does offer with the Minuteman brand is that it is able to detect when something goes wrong. So the surge protector will sacrifice itself and let you know when it's not working anymore. Trust me, because your connected device won't be working, obviously. But yes, it is always recommended at least every quarter to check your surge protectors and make sure that they're functioning correctly.
Thank you for that. I think you answered this, but I'll ask it. What power load measure is preferred, i.e. watts, volt amps, amps, etc.? Well,
primarily we see it in either the watts or the volt amps. It's not necessarily preferred per se, but that's the most common power load that we do see, or the load measure that we do see. Traditionally, it's also in a rated load measure versus measured, but we've seen measured loads as well on there, which is a more concise way to really know what the device is truly pulling and requiring as far as the power load goes on there. But on a common standpoint, you do see watts and or volt amps used primarily in the field, but we've seen amps used as well.
Thank you for
that. I hope that answered the question.
I believe so. Can you please speak a little bit more to the project registration program or process?
Yes, absolutely. So when you visit our website, you'll be able to find the project registration, under support tab. And it's an easy online form to fill out. It takes no more than 2 or 3 minutes to fill out. But more importantly, I would encourage everybody to partner with your local ADI representative. Right now, there's a minimum for project registrations of 2,500 for you, which does include, project discounting on there, and the local ADI representative can definitely help you walk through that process. We partner with ADI specifically to strengthen our project registration program and help out the customer base.